What's up guys, and welcome to a new educational video from the nutrition series. So in today's video, I'll be explaining the very common question that pops up time and time again, which is what diet is best for fat burning. So what we'll do is we'll look at a few of the most common diets and see what they all have in common so that we're able to clear up this confusion once and for all. But before we jump in, I'd just like to very quickly point something out. So I've been a coach and a trainer for almost 18 years now, and one of the most common mistakes I see people get wrong within this space is they tend to overcomplicate a simple process. And look, I get that the health and fitness space can become very overwhelming fairly quickly, especially to those people who are new to this space and they're looking to maybe drop some weight, gain some energy or build some muscle. So hopefully with today's video, I'll be able to shine some light on this confusing and controversial topic so that you're able to succeed in your weight loss journey. All right, so let's get stuck in. So as you can see here, I have noted down 4 of the most common diets. We've got the keto or ketogenic diet, fasting, vegetarian, and paleo. And what I've also made a note here is of some of the foods, some examples of foods that you would be required to eliminate from that diet so that you're following the protocol of the diet. So let's start with ketogenic, right? So the foods you'd have to eliminate are carbs, and as an example, some carbs we've got fruits, cakes, rice, potatoes, oats and bread. All carbohydrates. There's obviously more in that list. Now, if someone chooses to go on a ketogenic diet and after a week they've lost some weight, what's happened? They have somehow created a calorie deficit by removing this group of foods, and if they carry that on, then they'll continue to lose weight because they're in a calorie deficit. So that's one scenario. Let's now go to the vegetarian. Same thing again. So for you to follow the protocol of a vegetarian diet, you need to eliminate proteins, which is beef, chicken, pork and fish, some examples. And again, if after a period of time, a week or two, someone sees that they've lost weight, then what's happened is they've somehow created a calorie deficit, which means that if they continue with that protocol, then they'll continue to lose weight. So that's another example. Let's go to the paleo now. So the paleo generally means that you eliminate processed foods and grains. Okay, so drinks with artificial sugars, grains, most dairy products and trans fats. So again, if someone chooses to follow to eat that way for whatever reason and they see that they've lost some weight, then that means that they have created a calorie deficit. Continue that for a long period of time, you can see the trend, right? Fasting. Doesn't matter if you fast for 6 hours, 12, 24. Same thing applies. Restricted window for eating. Again, if someone sees weight loss after a period of time, it means that they've had to have created a calorie deficit. So guys, here's the thing. It doesn't really matter what diet you follow. It's not the actual foods per se here that are causing the weight gain. It's eliminating foods from your diet, creating a calorie deficit, and then your weight comes down. So the answer to the question is they all work. All of these work, as does a balanced diet, as long as you create a calorie deficit. We do not need to overcomplicate a simple process. I hope that makes sense. So again, just to clarify, it doesn't really matter what you choose because they all elicit a calorie deficit if you do it the right way, okay? So you might be thinking, is there one that's better for losing fat, body fat? And really that's down to you. It's what suits your lifestyle and it's what makes you feel good and it's what you can see yourself doing long term. Any of these diets and others, if you cannot see yourself doing it, following that protocol for more than a week, a month, or a year, then that is considered to be a crash diet. And plenty of research now shows that any crash diet that you follow, 90% chance of failure, and you'll rebound and put more weight on. Okay, so whatever you choose to eat has to fit your lifestyle, you have to enjoy it, and it has to make you feel good. I've tried all of these. I all lost weight with all of them. But, you know, I'm not going to follow a keto diet because I like carbs. I like to eat bread and oats and fruit. I like those groups of foods. Vegetarian, you know, and plus, sorry, to go back on carbs, energy for training, very important. Vegetarian, I need protein to be able to build muscle. Fasting, I do from time to time. You know, if I've had a big meal or I'm not very hungry and I just want to kind of shock the system a little bit, I'll do a fast, a 24 hours or a 20-hour fast. Easy. Paleo, try that as well. So here's the thing. It's not about which diet is best for fat burning because they all create a calorie deficit, and that is why you're losing weight. It's because you've created that deficit, not because you've stopped eating chicken or not because you've stopped eating fruit. Okay? And normally if someone has a diet where they're eating a lot of junk foods, they're going to McDonald's or Burger King and they're eating a lot of processed foods, they then go, oh, I'm going to jump on a vegetarian diet. And suddenly their foods are a lot cleaner. They're not eating 5,000-6,000 calories a day. Now they're eating 2. So that means they've created a deficit, which means the weight's come down. Guys, I hope that's made that clear for you. The one thing to remember here is there's not one diet per se that's gonna be more suited for fat loss. They all work. They all make you feel slightly different. So it's about what you see yourself doing long term, how you enjoy eating, and what makes you feel good. And as I've mentioned before, for me personally and with my clients, I like to take more of a balanced approach. Eat everything, a little bit of everything. And even alcohol, believe it or not, you can still lose weight and drink a couple of glasses of wine a week. Because as long as we control this, as long as we don't go over our calorie balance or our expenditure, as long as we control this, that's the main thing. So there you have it, guys. I hope you found that useful. And if you know anyone that could benefit from this video, feel free to forward it to them. And as ever, if you like the video and would like to see more of this sort of content, I'd really appreciate it if you could like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care.